My songs know what you did in the dark. So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, I'm on fire. So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, I'm on fire.
Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Yinzer on Hockey. So today we are going to take a look at Game 7, winner take all for the Eastern Conference Championship and the Prince of Wales Trophy. Game will be held in Tampa tonight at Amalie Arena. Puck drops about 8:15, give or take. So far in this series, Tampa is 1-2 on home ice, and Washington obviously 2-1 on the road against Tampa this series. All of the games in Tampa have been a little bit one-sided, so hasn't been overly exciting in the games here at at Amalie Arena in Tampa. So that being said, let's take a look at the leaders for the series so far. For Tampa, Stamkos leads the way, 4 goals, 2 assists for 6 points. Followed by Braden Point, 3 goals, 3 assists. Hedman, 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points. And Nikita Kucherov, 1 goal and 5 assists. Goaltending for Tampa, Andrew Vasilevsky has a .910 save percentage. He's been very solid for Tampa the last few games. Even in Game 6 when they lost 3-0, he was still very solid in net and gave Tampa a puncher's chance of winning that fight in Washington. Just didn't get the offensive production I think that Tampa has grown accustomed to getting. For Washington, Evgeny Kuznetsov leads the way. 4 goals, 5 assists, total of 9 points. TJ Oshie with 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Alexander Ovechkin, 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points. Lars Eller, 2 goals and 4 assists for 6 points. Goaltending for Washington, Braden Holtby has a .903 save percentage, so that shutout brought his save percentage in this series up about 20 points, which is a very good sign for Washington that it seems like Holtby's got that playoff demon off his back, and he's been playing excellent hockey in this year's playoffs. And you have to think back to the Columbus series with Washington, where he wasn't even the starting goaltender going into this series. And I think he handled that quite professionally and quite well. And he is definitely taking advantage of the opportunity that he has in front of him now. Keys to this game for me, for Tampa, it's got to be quick strike. They've got to be able to get the puck in and score fast, because if they let Washington get into their structure, into their defense that they've been playing this whole series, it's not going to be a fun time for Tampa. And also for them is they need to have a shooter's mentality. They need to start shooting the puck at the net. If you look at the way the series has went, for the most part, is when Tampa creates more shooting opportunities, more second chance scoring, they've been the better team in this series. Washington has been very good at keeping Tampa on the perimeter, keeping them out away from Braden Holtby, not allowing them to get traffic in front of the net and making them shoot from a distance, and that's been kind of critical to Washington's success in the series. The other thing I think for Tampa is to not try to get engaged in the physical battle with Washington. Tampa is not big enough or strong enough to out-physical Washington. So they need to kind of let their gritty guys be gritty, but you don't want your Stamkos and Kucherov trying to out-check an Ovechkin and a Tom Wilson. That's never going to work in their favor. They need to use their speed, use their skill. Don't try to carry the puck through the neutral zone. Just dump it in and take your chances in on the forecheck and establish your cycle that way. For Washington, the keys are simple. You need to get a lead. If Washington gets a lead and they're able to get in that structured defense that they like to play, make Tampa skate to them, play in the neutral zone, and shut down the lanes and don't let Tampa come in with speed, Washington could have a very good showing in this game. The other big thing for Washington is Tampa's power play has been deadly this series. It's almost a guaranteed goal every time Tampa gets on the power play. So for Washington, they need to play that strong physical game, and you need to establish yourself physically, but you got to play between the whistles, and you got to play within the book, because if you start giving Tampa power plays, you're going to be chasing the game the rest of the way through. Generally in Game 7s, the whistles are kind of put in the pocket a little bit, and the refs kind of let them play the game. And if that's the case, and there is not a lot of calls being made on the ice, then it could favor Washington, because they're more physical, and if they're able to establish that physicality without fear of drawing the whistle, that could favor Washington. However, if Tampa is able to get on the power play, able to get a goal or two, and make Washington chase the game, as I said in the Game 6 preview, Washington is not a team that is built to play from behind. They like to play structured defense, and they like to come at you on a odd man rush, on a neutral zone turnover, things like that. Braden Holtby is going to have to be the best player for Washington tonight. It's not up to Alexander Ovechkin to win this series. It's not up to Evgeny Kuznetsov to win the series. Game 7s are simple. The best goaltender will win a Game 7, and that's my assessment. That's what I'm going with tonight. I think the best goaltender will be the deciding factor. And for me, for the majority of this series, the best goaltender has been Andrei Vasilevsky. I'm going with Tampa Bay 4-2. That's my prediction. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also, on a different note, I have created a Patreon for the channel. The link will be in the description below. I'm going to try to keep getting my content out with more consistency, try to do daily uploads and keep the channel flowing moving forward. But if you would like to support the channel on Patreon, it's more than welcome. And of course, all my social media and direct contact information also will be in the channel below, or in the description below. But yeah, if you enjoy the content, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be coming out with new content hopefully every day. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you next time.